We shut him down on defense. We punted the ball well. We kicked the ball well. And you brought back the first state title in school history.
30 years ago, this conclusion for this once afterthought program was utterly unthinkable. But that is not to discount the incalculable number of players, coaches, and supporters who have incrementally advanced the cause of Camp Point Central football along the way and over the years. Because much like the on-field success of the Panthers yesterday in slaying the Lena Winslow Giant, it's the unseen work that tips the scales. And it's why one of Brad Dixon's first and warmest hugs went to Matt Long, the Hall of Fame girls basketball coach and current athletic director, who was among the very first to prove that a bunch of rural Adams County kids should never be cowed for daring to dream the biggest of dreams.
He told me, I think after we beat Althoff, he goes, he could have retired last year, and he goes, I came back because I wanted to see you guys win the first state title in school history, and he told our kids, you know why we're back? And no one knew how to respond. He goes, because we're going to win the thing this time. And so just super happy for all he's done, obviously, and he deserves it as much as anybody.
In this particular case, support systems matter. A notion underscored by something as poignant as a stolen moment hug between a father and son amid all the calamitous celebration, or emphasized with punctuation marks by the roaring, thunderous ovation of an ever-adoring crowd/community.
I mean, you saw our playoff games. We had the biggest playoff crowd in school history last week against Greenfield. I told these guys in the playoffs, this community has been, on the edge of their seat for a state championship. A lot of people over 50 plus years, 60 years, have poured their heart and soul into this program to try to see it get on top and to give this back and take it back to the community for the first state championship in school history in any sport is something that these guys will always cherish. And Coach Renaud talked about it a few weeks ago, that this group had a chance to take our program that I think is at a high level to another level, and they were able to do that, and obviously, for our whole community and school.
A lot. It was probably the best moment of my life until right now. And I just like to give all the thanks to the community because they support us like no other throughout this whole season.
But that's also the case internally, even for the guy who was the best player on the field on the biggest stage in Illinois football on Friday. 11 tackles in all of them of the solo variety, but none of them by Caden Niekamp, crafted solely by himself, as Caden himself was the first to point out gratitude before greatness.
It really means a lot. I mean, Reese Wilkie, from freshman year to this year has helped me every day. He's walked me through everything. He's really good. So I think he really helps me out. He really wants me to do good, and I guess I don't give him enough credit, I guess. So I think I'm for sure going to go back to the locker room, give him a big hug, and tell him thank you for what he's done for me, and it really means a lot.
I want to talk to you a little bit about something Caden just said about your scout team. Said they gave you the best look they've probably given you all season, and when you're playing Lena, that's invaluable. The speed work today, I think largely because you can get up big buddies in practice. Is that fair?
Yeah, we've got some big guys that are juniors and sophomores that we use to kind of mimic what they did. Obviously, we can't do it as well as they can. But we got we have 50 guys in our program, and we don't hear about some of those guys, but those guys have been at practice now for 16 weeks. Hopefully they're the next guys up next year. That's what we want our program to stand for. But we got a great look. Don't think people give our defense as much credit on how fast they are, really. Just against those big bodies, they're able to get off people. Caden, I forget, he had double-digit tackles, just, totally undersized by 50, 60 pounds, but got it done all day.
It doesn't have a driver's license.
Doesn't have a driver's license. So, obviously Elijah and Caden led us in tackles, so that's where we'll start next year on defense. We got to replace a bunch of guys, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to celebrate this one.